down and didn't ask for any of your stuff. He put 2 no-hitters.
I'm not Cooperstown type of guy, man. I think they got something from Kevin or Fernando. I think they do for every no-hitter, don't they? They asked for something from Chris?
Yes.
Oh, did they? Good.
Jersey.
Good. What number no-hitter was that in history?
250.
Was it really?
250 regular season. There are 2 in the playoffs.
That's pretty cool.
Can you talk a little bit about, now it's a day later, what's your thoughts looking back on that performance?
Nothing's changed from the way we thought last night. It's a you know, obviously it's an incredible accomplishment. We're very happy for Weed because we know what it meant to have his family here, what it meant for him to give us that type of lift in a ball game, to you know, to continue a streak. There's a lot of things you can talk about, but the bottom line is, you know, Jered is it's a, you know, just a great night for him, and he's you know, he's going to carry that feeling for a long time.
Now that you see you can get through a game with 121 pitches, would that help dictate how much longer you stay with him in terms of getting deeper in the game?
I think you have to. You've got to balance that with the fact of there's going to be 100+ pitches every start. You know, I think he certainly has the ability to you know, to go with high pitch counts and maintain his stuff. You're always thinking about the residual effect the next start, and that's what you have to be concerned with. But you know, I think Weave has routinely been in the 100 to 120 pitch range for most of his starts, and you know, last night he was just you know, he was still sharp after 120.
You said he could go an extra 2 innings.
I thought he could. I mean, I really thought he was in his mechanics well. I think he had really gotten into changing speeds with made his fastball play up. And I think you know, he still had a little more in him, that's for sure.
He got 18 of his outs on fastballs, according to the bean count.
Yeah, but that's you know, that's really, you have to look deeper. You got to peel off some layers. It's not just going up there throwing fastballs. Everything plays off of each other. And the fact he was changing speed so much and happened to get some outs on his fastball, it still plays into that combination of how you set pitches up. It's not just saying, hey, I'm getting outs on fastballs, let me just throw a fastball. It's not that simple.
You've seen guys who grew up in a community and then got to play for the major league team, and the difference it is in that, and the specialness of being able to pitch at your hometown. What's your thoughts? Difference.
It's you know, some guys have had just an incredible experience of that. Some guys have had a negative experience. I don't know if you can just say it's your hometown or not. It has to do with the individual. It has to do with I think the whole situation they're in, and I don't know if there's a better fit for Weave. I mean, from listening to him talk, obviously he signed his deal last summer. He feels that this is the best fit for him, and we're happy to have him.
Did you flash back to that last August at some point last night, or I mean? That's right.
No. I
mean, it seemed like last night was a kind of night. That's the reason why he told his agent and everything else.
I don't think
want to stay here.
I don't think it's the reason why he did. I think if we get into the World Series and win a championship, then I think you're gonna. Okay. That's why Jered's here. I mean, that's why he wants to stay here. He has
I don't mean a no-hitter, but just nights like that, big nights, just him on the mound, family in the state.
I think that plays into it. I think certainly having, you know, he's very comfortable out here. I think that he feels, you know, not only you know, has a very close family. I think he feels good with their ability to come and see him pitch. But I think that his expectations are right along the lines of what ours are, is to, you know, get to a World Series and win a World Series, and that's what I think that's the overriding. That was one of the. I don't think it would have, you know, he would have been as excited to play somewhere if you weren't going to have that potential.
You're in your last place all the time.
Right.
You were facing a struggling pitching staff, obviously, the previous 3 games, but did it feel like the offense was doing some things to move you ahead?
3 major league pitchers with good arms. I mean, you know, you're you know, every night you're out there, you're going to have to, you know, you're going to face guys that you have to start to build momentum off of. And I think the first 2 games, I think we did a great job all series. The first 2 games we let some opportunities. We kind of kept them in the games, and game 1 and had to, you know, fend them off a little at the end. You know, game 2 we got 4 runs, but we had a chance to get more, and then we broke it open last night. But you know, you're going to face good pitching anytime you take the field, and you have to match it on the offensive side, and we've been able to do that for the last series.
Do you think Torrey's approach, he was sort of the first one to heat after that, rub
first
off
one
on
to what?
Torrey, his approach, he was the first one to sort of heat up
yeah.
in your line. Did that rub off on some guys?
We have a lot of guys that are starting to come out of the shell now. If you look what Howie's done, and you look at, Torrey, and I think that, we're starting to get a little bit of, I think, continuity in our lineup. And Torrey goes back to after the New York series. He was, we flew back. He was on condition. He got in here right when we came back after that trip. It was in here at 1 o'clock, and he felt he found it. He found what he needed to do, what his approach was going to be, and ever since then, I think you're seeing a confident level within the batter's box. So I don't know if just being the first one has an influence, but we need Torrey. We're really dependent on what those guys in the middle are going to do. Kendrew's obviously starting to come around now, and we need those guys. We need that depth. It's not all one guy. We have to win games when some guys in our lineup aren't swinging into capabilities, and that's what we're going to have to do.
Mike, has your confidence in Mark at third base grown in the last few days? I know yesterday was a 9-run game, but you left him in there and a no-hitter on the line.
Yeah, I think
you get back in there again.
Mark, it's really it's kind of a catch-22. You have to play third base to get better, and there might be some growing pains, but we're all very, very comfortable he's going to make the routine play. Hasn't emerged on a consistent basis as of this point to where we are now. But I think yesterday was a great step when he read the bunt and came in and got Jamie Carroll by a lot at first base. I think that hopefully is something he can feed off of. On the practice field, he looks very, very good. He's made some adjustments, some things that were bothering him earlier in the season, and I think once a comfort level appears, he's gonna get more playing time down there. But like I said, to get that comfort level, you've got to grind through some things, and that's what we're going to try to mix and match a little bit and get him in there when we can. Hopefully he'll start to feel more comfortable down there.
He said last night after the game he was out there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon working on the bunt fly.
He was out there working a lot of other things. That was just one of the things he was working on, but. This guy puts the time in. He's very, very confident that he can do it. And if he can play third base, it gives us a whole new dimension. I mean, we talk about our jumbo lineup like we had last night. That gives you depth throughout your whole lineup when you get a guy like Mark hitting 7th, and we'll see how that goes.
And what do you call in your lineup today? Yesterday was a caveman.
I think it's all the same. You talk about jumbo, you talk about caveman, you talk about it's just going big. We're trying to get some batter's box offense in there, and hopefully still keep the defensive continuity that's important to us. And Jose, I've got to talk to you after. You were right. I didn't get what you were asking me at the end after our meeting yesterday.
Yes.
You said batter's box. And I didn't hear it right. You were exactly right.
Yeah. I can't hear you over here. Speak up. Hey, Mike.
Wait a minute.
Mikey's got a credential now.
Is that media credentials? You're on the dark side now? Let me see.
Yeah, no,